Welcome back to Marbella Now. My name is Nicole King.
Hey, hey, it's a brand new day. Hey, 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 it's a brand new day. Halfway twisted.
I first met my first guest at the Costa Women Make It Happen event back in March. We didn't really have a chance to chat, and so I thought it would be quite nice to have her on the programme to find out more about Maxine Grossman. Welcome to the programme.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's very nice to actually get a chance to talk to you, because at those events, all the speakers and then all the networking, honestly, during the lunch was just too much for me. But I got your name and I worked out that you were from Canada.
Yes.
With your interesting accent, and you actually speak English, French, and Spanish.
That's right.
Where'd you get the Spanish in there?
I studied Spanish for many years in high school with very little opportunity to practice it. Now I've been living in Spain for 9 months, and I'm trying to put together all that textbook high school lesson with all the real life immersion that's happening now, and we're seeing that the two are coming together.
I'm impressed because I heard you speaking Spanish outside with with the people from the TV studio, and you've actually you speak quite well. So from school Spanish, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And the French, I imagine, from being in Canada, because you offer your personal training services with French, Spanish, and English, and that's very
right.
cool.
That's right, and all three. It's so important to connect with people, and personal training is so intimate. You're really in a one-on-one environment, and it's so important to feel comfortable that if I can also add offering lessons in the language of your choice, and that's just one more thing that puts people at ease.
Is that what you were doing in Canada? Is this something you've always liked doing, personal training and keeping in fabulous shape that you are?
Well, that's two different questions. So yes, I was doing it in Canada, but it isn't what I was always doing. I did have my own fitness studio in Canada for the last 10 years. And I recently sold my studio when we were moving to Spain. So we sold the house, we sold the studio, we sold the cars, we pulled the kids out of school, and we did all of those steps so that we could have this adventure and move to Spain. And prior to that, I had another career for about 10 or 12 years in internet marketing. So I left internet marketing and moved into fitness.
But they work quite well together because you can promote yourself now.
Yeah,
not many people know how to do that.
That's right, but you know what? Nothing is ever lost. So I never say, oh, I wasted 10 years in internet marketing, because absolutely all of the communication skills and internet skills, you carry that with you, and every experience just builds onto whatever you'll do in life following that.
People picking up in the UK, moving to Spain, okay, I get it. But from Canada to Spain, it's a big step. It's a big move. You have children who are in school. What was the instigator behind this major life shift?
My big brother lives here. So we had often come on summer holidays, and I think you've had the feeling before, and we all had, when you go on holiday and you think, oh, gee, I could live here. Well, that's what happens when your holidays are on Costa del Sol. You land every summer and you think, oh, gee, I could live here. And finally, my husband and I looked at each other and we said, why don't we live here? So we did all those steps. We said, you know what, let's make it happen. Let's do this adventure, a great adventure for us to keep growing and learning and experiencing things in our lives. And what a great gift to be able to give to our kids, too, that they get to be exposed to a new language, a new culture, a new friend group. So it was important for us to give that to them.
Can I ask how old they are?
Yes, I have 2 boys. They are 11 and 9.
Nice, interesting ages.
Yeah.
Have you got a lot to look forward to?
Yes, steady diet of pillow fights. Yes. In our house.
I can imagine a lot of fun. And how has it been setting up the business since you've been here? How have you gone about that?
Well, it's really interesting. You know, there's pros and cons to everything in life. It's helped that I do speak English, French, and Spanish. I've been quite amazed at the size and breadth of the English community. I wasn't really expecting that in Spain. One of the advantages that I have here is that I can really be what they call autonomo and go everywhere. In Canada, I had my own studio. I was quite well known in Montreal, so people would come to me. And I had all the equipment that I love, my own space. Now I have the opportunity to not need to buy my own equipment and not worry about having a lease and a rent somewhere. I can work wherever my client is. So that could be at their private home gym. It could be at various gyms along the Costa where I'm affiliated. It could be at the hotel gym. So I have freedom to move about. So that's been an upside of being here.
What's your particular focus on getting fit? Because I know a lot of people do the same things, but we all do it in a different way. And I'm sure that you have a particular philosophy and strategy that reflects Maxine Grossman, because you do have a very electric and very vibrant personality. How do you translate that into your coaching?
Thank you. Well, my business name is Maxine Grossman Real Fit. And because I really want to be real. I am real. And what that means is that there's no shortcuts. There's nothing phony. There's no way to buy your way to the top. You've got to put in the work, but I try to make it fun. So the really fun thing is results, okay? So you can dance and sing and jump about in a fitness class, but what I try to do is say, how is this person in front of me going to go about achieving results? And that's where the intimate relationship between coach and client, comes in. That I say, okay, now you're my muse for the next hour. What does your body need? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What do we need to work on? What have you lived through already? Any past injuries? And then where are you going to in the future? And by bringing that all together, I can hit that sweet spot of challenging enough to stimulate and provoke change and adaptation in your body, but not too much that you risk injury or never coming back again. So finding that sweet spot is really my specialty, and that takes communication, connection, understanding with people.
What do you think is the hardest thing for people to get over in order to start getting fit? What do you think are the blocks that people have when it comes to fitness, when you're couch potatoes? Like, I move around a lot when I'm working, but then when I'm not, I like to be a couch potato. And to thought of, when I want to go and do exercise, sometimes I even think, I could just pick up bottles and here on the sofa and be doing things, and yet I don't. What's that thing that we have to change, that chip, to get ourselves moving?
Working with somebody is a big part of it. That accountability and that feeling that you've used your hour wisely. So many people say, oh, I'll go to the gym, and then they kind of flit about for an hour. Should I look at that bench? Should I look at that machine? I wasn't really sure what to do. And next thing you know, an hour has gone by, and you think, what a waste. So one of the advantages of working with a trainer like me is that I can really help you structure and optimize not only this 1 hour, but the hours over the next few weeks and months, so that you feel like you're getting something out of it. If I can just add one thing, I think a lot of people feel, well, I stuck with it for a while and I didn't see any changes. It didn't work for me. I couldn't stick with it. And I think that oftentimes clients don't necessarily have a global view of what's going on in their whole body. It's not only that 1 hour in the gym. Clients who work with me, we're going to look at, how are you managing your stress? How are you managing your sleep? Are you getting enough veggies? Are you getting enough water? Because if those things aren't happening, it's like putting all of your effort into a leaky bucket. No wonder you didn't see any changes. It's understandable. So when I work with clients, we say, okay, we'll do the work in the gym, but let's work on closing those leaky holes. Let's address your sleep a bit. Let's address your stress a bit. Let's address those veggies a little bit. And lo and behold, all that work that you've been doing doesn't just fall by the wayside. You start to reap the benefits more and more because we've closed all those gaps. What's happening in the other 23 hours a day when you're not in the gym? Those matter too.
I can understand it in the sense of if you're very stressed and come from work, but then you go straight to bed. Sometimes doing physical exercise seems to balance out, doesn't it? The overall take on the body.
I think that's a great point. We have so many demands on us, whether we are as parents, as employees, as students. We're always outputting, and then you want to be there for your friend, and then your stress is another output, and then if you don't sleep well, that's another output. And we need to look at what we're putting back in that water, that sleep, that recovery. If you then suddenly start a gym program, well, that's another demand output on your body. And you say, oh, but I'm expecting my body to start building muscle for me. Well, on what foundation? You've got to look at what you're putting back in. So that's one of the things that I work on, to say, okay, I would love for your body to build you some more muscles. Let's give it some raw material to build, and then that's where all those other pieces come in together.
So probably partly pieces of pizza and thing aren't going to help particularly build that muscle content with it.
A little bit. There's this place for pizza too.
There's a place, that's the nice thing. See, she said she was going to make it fun. She's telling the truth.
Yeah.
So if anyone there is thinking, well, I wouldn't mind giving it a go, would they give you a call first and you have a chat with them? How does the process work if someone wants to give Maxine Grossman Real Fit a try?
Exactly. So you can either reach me on Instagram or on WhatsApp. And the first step is really about a half an hour conversation. So that can be by video, it can be live. I love to meet with people in person if I can, because as I said, you really want to have that intimate connection with someone. And we'll talk about, what has your body been going through? Where are you hoping to get to? And the real question that I always ask is, why? What's your why? Why does this matter to you? And if the person in front of me can identify, well, I'm really hoping that I can keep up with my kids more. Or I really hope that next time that I go to Mercadona, I don't have to ask for help with the grocery bags. If you can start, well, why? Well, then I'll feel more confident. Then I'll feel more autonomous. Then I'll feel like I'm more resilient. As you start to identify that why, that's what is going to keep you on the hook and coming back for more.
That is a very good point. As you were saying that, I was thinking, what is my why? Well, I want to make sure if my grandchildren run off, I can actually run after them. That feeling that you're going to want to run and your body won't respond.
Well, if you start practicing now, I guarantee you in 3 months you're going to be a better runner.
That sounds like a plan. I do now and then skip just to make sure I still can move at a pace. Let's skip and see if we can do that.
I refuse to believe that the best shape of my life is behind me. If I start and I practice something new now, well, then there's no reason why I shouldn't be better at it in 3 or 6 months.
We're now coming to the end of May. If we were all to say, give you a ring and say, Maxine, I'm ready to go, would we have bikini bodies ready for July?
No.
No.
But yes, in the sense that if you have a body and you have a bikini, then you have a bikini body.
I like that.
So
the body's always ready.
That's right. You're always ready. But I don't coach skinny. I coach healthy. I'm interested in seeing you get stronger, faster, fitter, more confident. Now, your shape will change as a byproduct of all of that healthy effort. But I don't want to make that the focus. I want to make your health and well-being the focus, and then we'll reap some side benefits along the way.
I like that very much, because at the end of the day, we're all different shapes and sizes, and that is perfectly fine. So I applaud your philosophy.
I'm glad it rings true to you.
I'm delighted that you've come and we've actually got a chance to chat, because these network things is wonderful. Perhaps not for me, but for people like you arriving to the coast, have you been pleasantly surprised at the different networking groups that exist and how friendly people are?
Well, I've been to 2 quite large events now. One that was with the expat and Anglophone community, and one that was with more Spanish community, and both were focusing on local women in business. And it was really exciting to see that there were 2 really vibrant groups, lots of women who seemed to know each other and want to get to know each other more. So I felt very privileged to be part of those and have discovered them.
Well, we coincided at both those. The first one was the Costa Women Make It Happen event. Wonderful Ali Meehan there, really connecting all the different nationalities who speak English amongst us women, and then Sinergias Femeninas, which is Elena Olcina's group, and she put together a fabulous do last week with the mayoress, and we will be seeing some of that a bit later on in the program, because I do like to take you behind the scenes so you can see what's going on, helping people like myself and Maxine get to know each other, support each other better, because we are #better together and stronger. Maxine, lovely to catch up with you. I'm sure this will be the first of many. Got me thinking, definitely time to start getting fit, not thin, get fit.
That's
like
it.
that.
That's the way.
Maxine, thank you.
Thank you for having me. It's been
Well,
great,
absolute
Nicole.
pleasure. Delightful, absolutely delightful. So don't go away because we'll be back in a moment with more of what's going on in Marbella right now.
Hey, hey.
Hero welcomes at Wheels Cafe.
Everyone that comes and wants to join our Zero Hero Association, they will have free non-alcoholic drinks at our venue at any time.
Hi guys, Ross here from Hogan Stand. Proud to be a member of the Zero Hero campaign. And we recommend everybody. Nobody drives drinking. Everybody who drives a car doesn't have any alcohol in their system, and we're proud to sponsor the Zero Hero program.
I'm very pleased to introduce now a little recording I made at the 10th anniversary party of Lux Marbella. Lux Marbella started off as a Russian-speaking group headed up by Marina Nitsak, who was actually the very first guest on Marbella now coming up to 9 years ago. In fact, we will be recording our 400th programme in a couple of weeks' time. Time really flies. So I want to take you now not only to the celebration of 10 years of Lux Marbella, but the rebranding into LM Group Real Estate, because now it's not just for Russian speakers. Marina and her husband Juan have expanded and they are selling to all nationalities. They have fabulous new offices and I'm delighted to see them doing so well. I hope you enjoy this little snippet from behind the scenes.
So 10 years, today we become LM Group. The history of Lux Marbella is very close to our heart. It's been family business that Juan and I started with without a plan, to be honest. No strategy, no plan, so whoever congratulates us on how well we've planned and executed, it wasn't like that. LM Group reflects that we are much more international now, much more modern, but our philosophy and our business values are our family values, which are the same as they've always been. Our amazing team, can I have hands up from my amazing team? I think you know them, at least some of them. If some people are here, they were here from the very, very start. For our first anniversary, 5th, 3rd, 8th, so thank you so much for being with us. There's Nikolai hiding. Nikolai, thank you very much for our partnership for this Rosa Rosa that we call second home. Our office is just over there. And with Natalie, I haven't seen in about 5 years. And she's flown in from, I don't know whether it's London or Cyprus. So I really, from the very bottom of my heart, I look around and there are so many faces that have supported us through thick and thin. not doing it. I want to really thank you. Thank you to our friends. Thank you to our team. You're all amazing. Thank you to our clients. There are clients here who bought with us remotely without ever having come to Marbella, several properties. It's such a big trust gesture. Hello. This is our future client coming here as well. Now the important thing here is the second round of live music. I want to see so much dancing because we have great prizes. We have great prizes from Rosa Rosa, we have great prizes from Casino, from Fantastic You Salon, from Mona's Beauty, from Oxygen Spa. So listen.
Cumpleaños feliz, cumpleaños feliz, te deseamos todos, cumpleaños feliz,
Eat, drink, be merry, and remember, all the prizes are waiting for the best dancer!
Cheers.
Cheers. Agua.
Agua sin gas.
Zero hero.
Hero, hero, that's me driving. If you must drink and drive, get a car.
I'm so pleased to have seen you again.
Muchas gracias.
I want a picture with you.
Okay, let's go inside.
Lately, I've been talking a lot about Business First networking group, which was started by Samantha Campbell. In fact, when I met Celeste Campbell at the Business First breakfast, I thought they were sisters. Same surname and piercing blue eyes. But that is not the case. They're not related at all, as it would happen. So welcome to the not related Celeste Campbell. Lovely to have you on the programme.
Thank you so much for having me, Nicole.
My absolute pleasure. Celeste is a very interesting product. It's all natural, and it's a wonderful way of saving on washing and not ruining our sweaters and things by washing them too much, because it's like a biological cleaning thing, right?
It's something like that, yes.
I've used it. Absolutely fabulous. Nice, not a surprise. I didn't expect it not to work. But it was nice to see how easy and efficient it actually was.
I'm glad you found it like that. Good.
How did you find the product? How did you get into this?
Oh, long story, but I'll try and keep it short. Basically, what we did is I was in Sweden and I was with my boyfriend and we were staying in a forest, so it was very, very kind of like laid back and remote living. There was no running water. We had a lake if we wanted to do anything, as far as like picking up water to do dishes or washing clothes. And in the process of this kind of like more rustic lifestyle, I was so aware of the products that I was using to clean the clothes that I was thinking more about like, well, what do I do with the wastewater? Where do I throw this? And if I throw this into this beautiful forest, it's surely going to damage the root systems and the plants around me. So I became really, really particular about what products to use, looking specifically for something that would be biodegradable. And in this process, discovered the company Pure Effect and was really taken aback because I didn't realize that something like this existed.
And it does. And it does.
It does, and it works fantastically. Yeah, so basically, the product is biotechnology, and what it's speaking about is using microorganisms, so like the really smallest bacteria. So bacteria that helps to break down anything and clean everything in life. So for example, the breaking down of leaves in the forest floor, the idea is it breaks down the things that are creating the odors, the other bacteria, the gram-negative bacteria, and in so doing, it cleans the garment that you're wearing, or at least the garment that you've taken off. And the idea is to not just use this perfume spray to kind of like cover up the odor. It's actually working as breaking down, biodegrading that odor.
When I first heard about it, and then you gave me a bottle very similar to this one I have here. I feel like Blue Peter. Here's one I made earlier. But when I took this back, I have to say that they have some very nice sweaters, and you don't want to be washing them all the time. No. And so I did think to myself, well, I'll have a little try, and it really does freshen it up. It doesn't damage the material, so it is very like natural, which is, I suppose, as you say, the biggest selling point of this is that it saves on washing, saves on pollution, and actually saves our garments as well from all that vigorous
scrubbing and
rubbing.
Yeah, for sure. Nicole, this is the thing. Pure Effect is all about reducing laundry on a global scale by 30%, because they believe that it's really important that we don't wash as frequently as we do. A lot of people tend to, oh, I'm going to clean up the room and then just like take the clothes and just dump it in the laundry basket. And so I think it was the Swedish Consumers Association, they said something like 7% of the clothes in your laundry basket only need washing. The rest essentially can be packed away. So you pick up those clothes and they smell a little bit human. And then basically what you can do is with that spray it to leave it to dry, and you'll smell that it will have decomposed or biodegraded that odor, and you could pack it back in the cupboard.
And also for shoes as well.
Yeah, it's really lovely. So it has multiple kind of like benefits about it. It's really good for items that you can't wash, like shoes or jackets or golf jackets or caps and stuff like that are a little bit smelly from the sweat. And the other thing that's really lovely about it is people who are spending a lot of money on beautiful clothes like silk items and woolen garments, and they don't want to wash them.
So this can be used on silk?
Absolutely, absolutely, completely.
I mean, so Marbella, isn't it? All our expensive chic clothing that you can't wash. I mean, it's like made for Marbella.
I know!
Made for Marbella. Everyone needs one. So you started selling this as a representative for the company in Spain. How's your system? How can we support you supporting this?
Lovely, thank you. So basically I'm really just spreading the word here in Spain to see if the Spanish market is ready to accept this and if Marbella is ready to accept it, and I do believe they are. But I think it's also about kind of just spreading the word, letting people know a little bit about it, testing the waters to see if people are prepared to make that shift and to move into something like this. And then we have a website, so you can go onto the website and you can either buy online, or if you want to try samples, if you want to buy from me directly, you can contact me and I'll give you the details later.
How long have you been doing this? It's quite recent, I think.
Yeah, very recent. The company's been around since 2015, but I brought it into Spain in about November of last year.
And when did you move to Spain?
Oh,
a long time ago. A long time ago.
So do you speak Spanish?
I do. Not
Muy
as well
bien.
as not as well as you, dear. But yes, I have been here for a while.
And what was your decision to come here? What was your change?
I think for me it was a career move. I found a job and I moved to Spain, and I was really happy because I loved the sunshine, because I'm South African at birth, and so I moved here and I loved the climate and I loved the openness of people and I loved the multicultural society that you live in here.
Also, you obviously with this product, it's taken you to network a little bit more. Have you always been networking, or is this something new that you've joined all these little groups and getting out there to share the news?
Yeah, I'm definitely getting out there a lot more now, and networking is a big part of this, to talk about something like this. And it's really exciting to meet other people on journeys that are looking for themselves and starting up new companies. It's fantastic.
How have you found the response to the product here? Because I remember years ago when they started putting the signs in hotels, like, you know, if you don't need to wash your towel, just please don't put it on the floor. Again, in this trying to make us aware that we are over washing. We don't need to wash so much.
Well, I think if I can give you a quick story, I went to Cape Town at one point, and we had a drought at that time. And I think that what happened in that drought experience was the sudden awareness of water like I'd never seen before in my life. I mean, you hear about droughts, and you hear about floods, but to actually experience water shortages in that degree was really frightening. I mean, I can remember a situation where I was under the shower with the water turned off, with a bucket between my legs, and then literally opening the shower nozzle, kind of like getting under the water as quickly as I can, wetting my body, closing the tap off, and then kind of like soaping yourself down as lightly as possible, and then turning it on, and then really making so carefully that you don't actually waste the water, and then at the end of the shower taking that bucket and then having to reuse it. So whether it was to use it on the toilet or whether it's to use it towards watering the plants, it was a huge eye-opener for me that washing and the way that we use or spend water without thinking really, really has to stop. So for me, it's a big passion project for me to make awareness for people on how we're living on this planet. And so to come to Spain and to look at the way that people are living, it's really a necessary thing that they understand. I mean, we're going to have water shortages. We already have water shortages, and droughts are going to become more common, which is a normal cycle of life. But I think that you can see the way that we're going, droughts and water shortages are a big problem. So I think a lot of people love the idea of this, but it's a slow process to change the way people are doing things, like their laundry.
But I think that's how it starts, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's creating awareness. It's the consistency of sharing the message so that people can begin to get familiar with the concept. Because it is not a new concept, as I said. It's been years since the hotels have encouraged us not to keep throwing those towels on the floor. But it is something that we all need to just get on the bandwagon, keep sharing the news, which is lovely. You're not just selling a product. You actually have a whole concept that you're trying to educate us in.
Absolutely.
Very good start. You're doing a good job.
Thank you very much. Now you can too.
Exactly, but that's just it. It's if we get the message, we can then share the message, whether we're buying
clothing and shoe mist.
Clothing and shoe mist by Pure Effect, or not, or not.
Yeah.
At least it's to be aware. This morning I was brushing my teeth and the same thing. I was like, why have I got the tap running? You forget. And it's like, okay, turn the tap off. Brush. The same in the shower. We just stand there with the water running. We need to just be a little bit more aware.
And Nicole, if I can also add, when it comes to this kind of thing, I don't think that this product is going to save the world. Of course not. I think that we're facing different challenges in life, whether it be water shortages, whether it be, I don't know, smoking, you know, all these different things. Let's look at them, let's re-look them, and let's find alternative solutions that are more sustainable to move forward with.
I quite agree. And it's just a question of communication, sharing information, sharing each other's messages. I think we've got yours clearly across. A very natural, biological way of breaking down the smell of sweat, keeping our clothes clean without wasting water, being overabundant with detergent.
Yeah. Thank you.
You've definitely got a good project going on
Hooray,
there.
I'm so
Thank you
glad.
so much for coming to the programme,
Thank
Celeste.
you, Nicole. Thank you so
Lovely
much
to
for your
meet you.
time.
Lovely to have you on the programme. Thank you, Sam Campbell of Business First, for the introduction.
Not my sister. No.
No relation whatsoever. And don't go away, because I'll be back in just a moment. Thank you.
Thank you.
G-Wine is happy to be Zero Hero partner.
How cool is that? G wine.
Thank you.
When I'm the designated driver, I think it's only fair that I get to choose a zero-hero venue that rewards me with free soft drinks. My friends all get to choose and booze, and they feel safe going home with me. Make sure that you get your reward for being the designated driver. Why pay if you don't have to?
CIT Marbella is a business networking association. And basically, since I started on radio and television every week, they send one of the members of the association to my program, whether it be radio or television, so we get to meet the variety of businesses that make up our city. It's a predominantly Spanish association with some really big companies involved, and one of them is a new face on the Costa, Beso Beach. Now, a lot of you've heard about it. There's a lot of good vibes going on. In fact, I was meant to go there last Saturday with some friends, and in the end, I didn't make it. So the mountain has come here to us to meet Sarah, who's the public relations for Beso Beach. Welcome to the program.
Hello. How
Hello.
are you?
So nice to meet you. You look absolutely stunning.
Thank you so much.
Really good. Yeah, really good, like Ibiza, Formentera vibe.
Yeah. I like these colors. Yes, like white.
Very sexy, very elegant.
Thank you.
Are you locally from here, Sarah?
I'm living in Estepona. 12 years ago, I came from Cadiz, and then I discovered the locations and the different companies that I worked and
fell in love with it.
Well, yeah, I fell in love with Estepona.
You're the perfect age as well for all the exciting things that are going on. And Beso Beach is an established brand. I mean, they started off as, I believe, a young couple in Formentera just wanting to have something for the vibe they wanted.
Exactly. Beso Beach was created in Formentera in 2012 by Rafa Villar and Angie Lopez. And yeah, they just want to create a beach bar for friends where you can enjoy good food, good drinks with the feet on the sand. And yeah, the result was that Beso Beach has become more than 5 locations with an international brand. And yeah, we sell in 22 countries as a fashion line and perfumes.
So I mean, they've really taken the concept and gone with it.
Yeah, and if you don't know them, I invite you to smell it because our perfumes like niche, very, very, very good.
But I mean, very ambitious to have the beach bars, their own style, but also clothes and perfume.
Yeah, yeah, right. We just queremos concentrarnos en el restaurante, pero también tenemos a big projection of expansion, and yeah, the collection is really famous.
What kind of food? You're just saying that the ones obviously concentrating on the Beso Beach restaurants, but then also having these lovely compliments of the...
Yeah, because it's all like experience. It's a place for spend all the day with sunbeds, with good music. I will tell you the days and the events.
So it's kind of like a young vibe, isn't it? It's like it's a young person's
It's more
place.
for, we think that in Estepona was missing a place like this for more adults and demanding public who also wants to have a good day. Yeah? And we have a Basque and Mediterranean cuisine with high local...
Well, the Basque cuisine is delicious. That's an unusual little twist.
Yeah, that's right. Because Rafa Villar come from País Vasco, and Angie was in the mundo de la moda.
The fashion world.
Yeah, and that was the result. Yeah, and the atmosphere that you can feel there with the public is amazing. We are just a tribe, and our own customers proposed to us to come here in Costa del Sol.
You were missing out.
And yeah,
missing out on
because, was missing a place like that. and the atmosphere and the views, you can see Africa and Gibraltar, and it's a paradise.
Actually,
and Beso just locates in paradise.
I mean, really, you have one of the prime locations on the coast, because there with the Kempinski Hotel and where Beso is,
exactly.
you do have the best views of Gibraltar and of Africa. That's quite spectacular.
Yeah.
And in fact, you've taken over a very emblematic beach bar. So Crusoe's has been there forever.
Yeah.
And suddenly now it's changed into this really chic,
Estepona
hip
is changing.
Beso beach.
Yeah.
It is, Estepona is changing.
Yeah, and that's partly thanks to a good management, I think. Yeah, and Estepona is growing a lot.
What are the timetables? Do you open in the morning all the way through to night time? What's the schedule?
Okay, we are open from every day, from Monday to Sunday. We are open at 11 now for the service in sunbeds. And you can take some coffee, cocktail, or just wine, and then at 1 we open the kitchen. This basket Mediterranean food with a lot of high quality products, and then we close the kitchen at 6. We open a snacks bar, like a back menu, and you can spend all the day. It's perfect for after works, and we have live music or DJ every day, even the week. So it's perfect for that. And additionally, we are thinking about to open Friday nights. That's something that we are planning for summer. And we also Beso opens for every full moon. And it is a real special dinner under the moon, and with electronic, more organic music, lot of magic and performance, fire, and
I can see you are loving this job.
Yeah. I love this job. It's my first time it's my first time that I can say that I'm really love, because we work with a fantastic team, giving a special experience to the best public, I think so.
And you get to boogie on down every day with the music.
Yeah, well, I seeing every day people smiling, and I think that's a pleasure. No?
It is. I mean, we're definitely going to have to go check it out. When we were walking into the studio, my intern said, "Oh my God, I want to go to Beso Beach." So you already have this reputation of being the new place to be seen.
Yeah.
So we'll have to go there.
With all our team, because they all are big humans, and that's why we call them like a tribe.
I was going to say that I like it when you said before that you've got the Beso tribe.
Yeah.
And what a nice tribe.
Because
we're
kissing. Are a family. We're a family, and we kiss everyone, and we enjoy, we dance, and that's Beso experience. Beso is not just a restaurant, but it's a place where you can just be for more hedonist people, hedonist tribe that just can be and enjoy and dance not on the table maybe, but
but on the beach, on the sand.
on the sand,
Yeah, just to be comfortable, and it sounds like a very chic place to be. I'm delighted to meet you, and this is not a threat, but we will be coming to see you.
Please.
My whole team is like, we want to go to Beso Beach.
Yeah, and if you don't know the bench about our famous hashtag, the more Instagram in this story, by the way, and it's called No hay verano sin beso. It means
there's no summer
kiss,
without a kiss.
There is no summer without a kiss, and I invite you to come and know it.
We will definitely come, and we'll bring the cameras, and we'll do a little behind the scenes, see what we can, sneaky peeks we can get there.
It's fantastic, and with the lights in the night, if we open this Friday's nights, will be amazing magic, yeah.
Well, we will be keeping our eyes on you. Congratulations.
Thank you
Really
so
happy
much.
for you working in somewhere that you love working. It makes they say it's much better to work happy than to work hard.
Yeah, exactly.
And there you have
Yeah.
the proof. You look lovely. We've all
Thank you.
loved your outfit, and congratulations.
Thank
Your English is wonderful.
Okay, no, sorry.
No, it's not easy to come on television
thought, no,
and to speak in another language.
Thank you.
So muy bien.
Thank
Well
you.
done, you.
And if you don't know, if you don't know me, if you don't understand me, I invite you to come to Beso Beach, and I will explain you directly everything.
There you go. A real professional. Absolutely wonderful. Sara, enhorabuenísima.
Muchas gracias.
Y, ¿qué te voy a decir?
See
Un
you in
beso.
paradise.
Ah, see you in
Yeah.
paradise. Wonderful. Beso Beach. Recién abierto aquí en la Costa del Sol. Qué ilusión. Lots of kisses, kissy, kissy, kissy. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank
CIT
you
Marbella,
too.
thank you very much.
Thanks.
And don't go away, because back with more sneaky peeks after the break.
Zero Hero, welcome here
At the Gaucho de Banús.
Welcome to Lemongrass, Doña Lola. Thank you very much.
Hi guys, Kazakh is proud to welcome the Zero Heroes. So come on in and enjoy free soft drinks for anyone who is the designated driver. Thank you, Nicole.
So here we are at Everest. Very cool.
Yeah.
Stickers going up.
Hiya, my name is Govinda. I'm from Everest. Welcome to Zero Hero, to Everest Fusion, to enjoy your cocktails, drinks, and happy hour as well. And food, of course, is delicious. Thank you.
Welcome to Sister Taperia. Perfecto.
I am delighted to say that I have another intern. My wonderful Sophia has been with me, coming to the programs since February, but she's also doing her exams right now, very busy. But recently arrived from the Netherlands is the lovely Selena, courtesy once again of Joost Jong of Young Leren. Selena, lovely to meet you. Today's our first day actually meeting in person.
Really nice.
Really nice to meet you. Welcome to Spain.
Yeah, I'm really excited to be here.
And sorry for putting you on the television. Just like that, day one, you're a brave girl. Is this your first time on television?
Yeah, it is.
Well, I'm very delighted that it's with me. You are studying law, is that right?
Yeah, that's right, in Holland. I'm now in my second year, and next year is the last year, and then I get my diploma.
Very exciting. But you've wanted to do your internship, not actually in law. You're trying to get, I suppose, a more diverse vision, perception on the world in general.
Yeah, I saw the ad for this internship, and I was like really excited, and I thought like I can always try. And in Holland, I'm gonna work at a law office, so then I will get my law internship. So that's gonna be good.
It is nice, and that's just it. When you study law or anything, any other things you can pick up, particularly nowadays, that we're doing Zoom calls all the time, and there's a lot more social media involved in everything.
Yeah.
Even in law firms.
There is.
So how long will you be staying with us?
I will be staying here till October, like mid-October, I think. So that will be nice.
Great, because you get to have the summer with us.
Yeah.
You'll also be having your 18th birthday while you're here.
That's true.
Very exciting.
Yeah, very nice things happening.
Well, welcome to Spain. I know you started off the first 2 weeks actually learning a bit of Spanish.
That's true.
How did that go? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was in the beginning really hard because they were teaching Spanish in Spanish. So I had to quickly understand what they're saying so I can keep up with other people, but then it went actually pretty fast.
Muy bien.
Sí.
See, you were replying in Spanish. That's very good. Well, we're going to let you just stop with that for the moment. A very good introduction to the program. I'm delighted you're here.
Yeah,
I
I'm
look
very
forward to
excited.
spending more time with you. Thank you very much, Selena.
Thank you.
Welcome to Marbella. Bienvenida.
Gracias.
And now that you've met my lovely intern, I'm going to take you across to the event that we mentioned before with Maxime, that she was at doing some networking, which was the luncheon organized by Elena Olcina of Sinergias Femeninas, Feminine Synergy. It's a great networking group of Spanish ladies, but at the gala lunches, men are also welcome. This luncheon in particular was special because our mayor, Ángeles Muñoz, was there as a speaker. Not as a political speaker, but as a woman in business. And although I can't show you all the event, particularly as it was in Spanish and you wouldn't understand it, I would like to point out that Ángeles thought the secret to success, basically of all women, is our consistency. When we want something, we go for it until we get it. So I have to say, I do agree with her there. The tenacity of the female to get on a subject and not give up is undeniably one of our benefits. So let's go across now to Finca Amalur Alabardero, or when we did their United Nationalities event, my daughter taught me to say it in English, Finca Amalur Alabardero. We're going there now, so you can take a look at the event that was a great success.
Amor, informe.
Real, porque si no somos excluyentes con los hombres ahora las madrinas, ¿es programa? Las madrinas del grupo te van a hacer algunas preguntas, son las únicas, por cierto, que pueden preguntar, que quede claro, y después ya nos dará ella los consejos.
Para mí es un gran honor estar con vosotras. Muchísimas gracias, Elena, a ti y a todas las madrinas. Y para una ciudad como esta, el tener tanto talento empresarial, es un gran honor estar hoy aquí.
Escrito para todo. Cuando un médico que sigue siendo médico.
Decía buenas tardes a todos, damas y caballeros. Bienvenidos a este evento maravilloso de Ciencia Femenina. Hemos organizado aquí en el Alabardero, a Malura Alabardero por Elena.
Que lo han hecho con todo su amor, lo han hecho por todos vosotros y por la invitada, y por la invitada que tenemos hoy, Por favor, pensar que han tenido una semana, os prometo que yo sé de algunas personas de aquí que trabajan.
Yo puedo hablar de mi experiencia personal, pero seguro que todos vosotros nos podéis dar al resto consejos de cómo lográis vuestras metas en la vida. Porque creo que juntas somos mucho más fuertes.
We're coming up to the end of the programme. We're also coming up to the local elections. This Sunday, on the 28th of May, we will be having local elections. If you are on the town padron, you have the right to vote. I think even us Brits have the right to vote if we've been on the padron for over 2 years. If you haven't received one of the pieces of paper for voting, you can still, I would say, go along to where you voted last time, because they should have your details registered so you can also cast your vote this time. There are several places that you can go to cast your vote, Nueva Andalucía, different places. Just check it out. And if you've got any doubts, contact the Foreign Residence Office, because they will give you information. But I can only but encourage you, whoever you vote for, if you have the right to vote, please do cast your vote, because we play a big role in our city, or at least we can do if we get involved, which I can only encourage you to do. So please remember, this Sunday, 28th of May, is the local elections. Best of luck to everyone, and look forward to finding out the results, which I will let you know in next week's programme. That's it for the moment. I'm really grateful that you joined us. Please take care of yourselves, be nice to each other, and remember, you can watch recordings of the programme from the rtvmarbella.tv website, or you can go along to my website, nicoleking.es, with links to the television, my weekly column Marbella Moments in the Euro Weekly News, and to our Zero Hero website, which is a list of all the restaurants, hotels and bars that offer free soft drinks to the designated drivers, because we're encouraging being responsible. Don't drink and drive. If you're drinking, don't drive. Get yourself a designated driver or a taxi. Why not? Better to have a good time and get home safely so we can go out and party more. Thank you once again. See you soon. Hasta pronto. Gracias.
You'll open up your eyes wide. You feel it's gonna